Alright, good evening all. Welcome in. Go ahead and get started with our Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree run. Actually, before we do, let me do one more thing. Pop this up on this screen. There we go. Now I'm a little paranoid. I'm going to double check one more thing. Alright, good. The mic is on. I was afraid I'd be talking to the void. Alright, without further delay. Make sure I load the right profile. And returning to Bonnie Village. There we are. So for the agenda for today is I would like the frost perfume bottle, and we're probably going to storm the castle Ensis, at least so we can unlock some areas. I don't know if I'll fight Mesmert or not, but I definitely want to finish Ansbach's quest. And I have to remember to fight Hornsent with Lady Letta towards the door, because I don't want to have to track him down in the Aeonian swamp later. But for now, let's get reacclimated. I was using this just for fun. And let's see how awful the... I have the Ash of War, but I'll save that one for the next one, at least until I can duplicate it. That's where we came out of. And if memory serves, there's also a hippo around here too, so we might be able to get a little bit more Shadow Tree blessings. Excuse me. And I don't even really want to fight with the butchers. Let's see if we can get past them. Because I don't remember if there's anything really of value here other than maybe a few hefty pots and I think a recipe at some point. Pot on me. So let's see. So I think that was the bridge I wanted. And there'll be the invader here, but I don't think it really counts as a invader. I think he's just an overworld enemy. So here's the shack with the tooth whip. I think the hippo's over there. We may also do Ymir's quest line. I probably should have rested at the Grace to get rid of that weather. So I can't recall if the hippo is over here and I just avoided it in my first two playthroughs, or if it's a level down. But let's see if we can get rid of this fog. And for recapping purposes, I've already busted the rune, so everything should be advancing just as expected. In my first playthrough, going through here, I was on my way to the Ymir's castle, and that's actually how I broke the rune. And I was in the deeply forested area, so I honestly couldn't tell that that's what had happened until the screen popped up. And even then, I didn't know what it meant. Now the fog's gone, so we can at least see what we're after. And I don't know if it's all the overworld hippos that drop those, or if it's just a handful of them, but I think it's down there. And there it is. So it is a further down. So I think up here is only wolves and a flame golem. But we'll take a quick look. If not, we'll retreat back to Bonnie Village and go across the other bridge. Jump scare bird. The one over there by Mr. Logan is the one that got me really bad my first time. Another forager brood's around here somewhere as well, but they should be deceased in my game at this point. Whee! I know that spirit springs for something else, but... I have a vague memory. It's over here or on the opposite side. I don't think it matters anymore because it won't drop its item. Hello, wolves. Oh goodness, looks like you've had quite the feast, all the bloodstains. And we'll also go through, I think, the storehouse as well. I know there's a blessing on that statue. Although, truth be told, I don't remember if I got that in my first one as well, because the parkouring required to get to it, jumping in this game and I do not necessarily agree. Because you have to go without torrent. And I may have misspoke earlier. Castle Ensis is where Ranella is, not where Mesmer is. I can't remember the name of Mesmer's castle. Or I may have them backwards still. I think it's just called the Shadow Keep. Those who live in death. Excuse me. A lot of those who live in death. Another ambush. I kept thinking there was something up here. They were in Godfrey's colors? Maybe it was this. No, I don't think I would remember that one. Oh well. We'll head back down. Let's go get the Grace in here as well. I actually like this area because it's one of the few that you can ride torrent indoors. It kind of gives you that full I'm storming the castle feeling. Until that point. And how many souls do I have? In truth, I don't really care about them because I've bought all that I intended to. But let's go ahead. And I know it's a little embarrassing, but I have to do the spin around in order to get the momentum. Some people can just take a running jump, but I'm not very good at that. And don't mind me. You will interfere with my jump, so off you go. Thank you for taking care of yourself. And this next gentleman on the rooftop, if I'm clever, I probably should just go and switch back to my previous weapon. Welcome in, Diomedes. I don't know if like a figure skater, but a jump is a jump. Let's see if I can get across this rooftop without getting blasted. He's an angry one. Ooh, almost too short. There we go. How's your weekend treating you? There's the prayer room door. Can I get to it from this side? Mine is going fairly well. Thank you. I can. Good. I decided to try to stream a little bit earlier today. And you have good timing because this is picking up right where we left off with Quayleg, the invader that's been haunting me.
I have met many who would threaten or distress thee, and quelled each and all. And I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light. Queen Marika, I implore thee, bestow thy grace. Take not from me my solitary light.
I don't think I have the item for him, but I know where to get some. Yeah, I don't think I've got it. You can use one of the two eyes on him. And welcome in, Puffy Two Puff. Glad to see you both back. Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I'm delighted to have you both in. You were wonderful company for my first couple streams, so delighted that you actually came back for more. Oh dear. These I have trouble with. That went better than expected. Do I still have that talisman on? I do. In my first playthrough through this area, we actually had to go through with the assassin's armor as well as the sneaky token, just so I could go through here uninterrupted. And do I usually stream at this time? I'm thinking so. I'm trying to get into the groove of making Saturday the target one. I don't know if I'll be able to stream periodically throughout the week, but Saturdays seem to be a good spot so far. I'm a little hesitant to put up as the schedule just yet, but I, just for consistency's sake, will try to aim for these. I was honestly debating on, for major releases, sorry about that, for major releases, if those days would be worth it as well, so that might be one way we break the schedule. But then again, everyone typically would do that, so I might aim more for consistency rather than chasing releases, just because of the size and investiture so far. And this is one of my favorite little cutscenes from the DLC. It reminds me so much of Bloodborne. I know it's a simple, silly one, and there are many jokes to be had about draining this, but I really like how cinematic they made it. Well, thank you. That is very kind. My gamer tag in the top of streamers. Wouldn't that be something someday? I'll have to put many, many more hours in before I can ever justify that, though. See how much like Bloodborne that looks? The broken cathedral? All we just need is our little, I can't remember what they're called, but the little followers that hold the lamp. Just imagine them down there. There we go. So how have you both been? All's been well? I'm hoping that you're having a great Saturday so far. Keep the grind going. It definitely feels like that lately. But there's also some sense in the familiarity of where a grind can be a grind for sure, but it can also be a sense of comfort. Or at least it's got that level of predictability to it. I think this leads back. Probably should go to the other storehouse, but I don't have the gesture yet. Oh, this leads to the flower. And to this lonely soul. Yeah. Oops. Not what I intended. So I guess we are fighting then. Ow. Do you stop it with the fireballs? My turn. That may be a death. Goodness. There we go. I don't know why he gave me so much trouble. Poor necromancer. This is the wrong church. I should have gone back up there. I don't know if I can call the lift back down. I definitely don't want to fight the tree spirits right now. So I may use the grace to transport back. But I'll at least go down here. Because in my first playthrough, I actually went through the final boss without coming down here. And there's an item that you can use very much like Moog's Shackle or Margit's Shackle. That would have been very helpful. But in my first playthrough, I was also a caster. So keep away was the game, and I never let him grab me, so I didn't know about that mechanic. I have a sad story here, though. There has been a few occasions where I'll get summoned in for cooperation, and invaders love this area in particular Because there's a gravity spell that you can use that knocks off everyone off this bridge. They could be standing in the dead center of it and still get blasted. This is a blessing. Yeah, no, that's not for Quelaag. Oh, good old sunflower. Let's see. Go back to the Grace and spend some of our runes. Because we're getting into some areas where I have a sneaking feeling deaths are imminent. But what to buy? Actually, let me take a look at my equipment real quick. What does this do for fire resistance? 60? What is this one? About the same unupgraded. That's really tempting, but that puts me into a heavy load. Can I wield that? No, I wouldn't think so. That's a heavy thing. Oh good, I did get the perfume bottle. I was trying to see if there's anything I would like to upgrade. Oh, check my Discord? Was it the private message that you sent, or is there something new? Because I did see that one this morning, I just haven't had a chance to respond to it. Some white flesh mushrooms. Ah, good deal. Thank you. I'll buy some of those stones later, even though I don't think I'll use them, but... Ah, perfect. Yes, I did see that one. Alright, so let's see. Back to where we were. And I think I will take that Grace back. So that's the entrance. It's the sanctum. Guess I'll go across this way again. That way I can get to the storehouse. And try to get that tree blessing from this America statue. And see if I can do a little bit more parkour. Welcome in, Worst Nightmare. How are you doing today? Going very well. As you can see, we actually have quite the crowd today. Well, I won't say crowd, I'll say party. How about that? Because if in D&D standards, we've got a nice collection. At first I thought that was a sunflower emoji where it's just like, well, that's fitting. But no, it's just a nice little star. Oh, that means I'm gonna have to fight these knights again. I swear Mesmer trained his troops very well. Godric's men had to rely heavily on their armaments. These individuals just decimate you with a dagger. And occasional fire, but... I think I'm gonna go get the Grace first. It's tempting, but... be cautious. Ooh, an Elden Ring randomizer. Did you randomize the enemies or location of the bosses? Or both? I've even seen a randomizer where they randomized the colors, and that was interesting. Oh, everything. The fun part with randomizers is when Melania shows up where you least expect her. I was watching another Let's Play from a different creator, and Fortisax was actually at the... I can't remember the Grace's name, but it's like one of the first ones before you go to Stormvale. I found Renala where the Red Wolf of Radagon was. Interesting. So she's still thematically in the right area, just a little bit prematurely for her. Although, fighting her in that room... I would hope that Phase 2 would still bamf her to her preset arena, because that's a very tight quarter for all that magic casting. And unless I misread that, that'd be even cooler if it was her sister there. So the Karian sisters come home. Overshot. Ouch. Yeah. Fine. Who's angry at me? Please tell me you don't respond. Gideon there. Well, he probably does have a library card. The Red Wolf is pretty cool. It's a shame that they also used him as an overworld enemy a couple times, but he reminds me of Sif from earlier Dark Souls titles. Just a massive red wolf who casts magic, by the way. So he doesn't have the sword in his mouth. I'm trying not to get caught by the tree spirit. So I think I could do it, it's just I'll have to do it without help. Because I don't think I can summon my mimic for this. There he is. I have no stamina. Uh-oh. Everything still hits so hard. You stuck? It'd be nice if you were stuck. No bites. Probably heal after this. Try to. There we go. Alright. A little cheaty, but... Gideon was in Ranella's outfit. That fits so well thematically on several levels. Could you imagine if he took over the academy? That's one less thing to worry about down here. There's an angry crab in that corner, though. There, now that lift's activated. Suppose we could have another go at trying to get that blessing, because I think I'm close to them. Let me take a seat and take a look. Because I can't remember if I just need one more or if I'm farther off than I think I am. So you need 3 at this level. And do I see these? Yeah, I'm just 1 off, so okay, that jump does make sense. Oh, that's wonderful, Nightmare. Thank you. I look forward to seeing that one. Because I bet that's amazing. I'm happy to have you on the Discord, too. It's a little bare bones at the moment, but I'm hoping as the more I stream, the more I can gather along the way. Ooh, I need the elevator here. And sorry I keep looking over. I noticed the VTuber doesn't like it when I lean that far. My little cat came by and demanded some attention. I forgot how long that elevator ride is. And I'm guessing this time we don't need to get the full momentum to get to her palm. Or... you should still be able to get there even after the water's gone. And I'm wondering if it's worth fighting the sunflower. I can't recall if he drops any blessings. They do. My favorite ride down, though, was the first time you go to Nokron. From under the well. Or, was it Nokron or Shiofra? I think it's just Shiofra River. Nope. Ah, well. Maybe I'll try it from the other side. Oh, no, I don't think you can walk across her shoulders. Maybe once more. And then I'll give up and move on to something else. Because I know this is riveting gameplay. So we can also do Ansbach's quest, but then I'll have to kind of work my way up the tower. And so one of the goals for the day is complete, or not, maybe not complete, but just go get the frost flask from Bonnie Village. That way I can have my beloved perfume bottle back. Go through Shadow Keep at least until I can unlock the Abyssal Woods. And do Ansbach's quest before advancing things too far. Maybe round out with Mesmer. Just depends. I'm debating on him or... it's not Midra, it's Metter. So many M's. And a smart person would have sent that elevator back up just in case I need it again. Rude. Oh, bear with me just a moment. Let's see how this interferes with things. There we go. Had to open the window. Now, back to America. There we go, third time's the try. So now the question is, what do we want to go do? I'm thinking perfume bottle first. And the closest grace is Bonnie Village. Because that way I can upgrade it and then use the Ash of War I'd like on it. Get my rolling sparks going again. I think it's this way, or maybe this is the way to the hippo. Hippo should be down there. No, this is the way, because there's cages that line the way to the jail. Oh, lovelies. No, thank you. Yes, and that's the kind of frustrating thing is I'm fine with the first letter being used repeatedly, but the names themselves are so close. Like, I know they're supposed to be twins, but Ranella and Ranala? Truly? Mm-hmm. Which was stolen anyway from Tolkien. I should also get the Perfumer's Talisman from base game, too. Oof, I forgot she does that. I don't think I have to venture very far in to get the item I'm after. Because I know this is a longer cave. Because this is also where you can get the knight's armor and the shield. Yeah, There you are. I think this is one of the few doors where you actually have the right to open it. And I get grabbed by him every time. So I'm hoping this is the dungeon I'm thinking of. Because it's slowly coming back to me where you can go down on the pots there. But I seem to recall a dungeon that had an upper and a lower key that was needed. Is where the frost perfume exists. But I don't remember if it's this one. I'm having doubts now. Ah, very true. Gross. Blech. Hop on me. It might be worth the flask. Spiky slime too at that. Or honestly thought it had the scarlet rot on it at first. Yeah, no, that's a crummy item that I don't need. And then the pot's down here. Don't spin. I was saved by the thing in the map. Oof, you still managed it. Oops. You're still alive. I feel so bad for taking care of these guys. I wish they could be like in Jarburg, be peaceful, but given that they shoved criminals into these along with angry shamans, I can understand their rage about anything that moves. I don't think that pot's anything, but that up there is. I have to get to that a different way. I do like, for lore reasons, the Mesmer Infirmary, where either him or someone he commands were trying to right what happened to the jars, or at least try to undo it. You gonna shoot your guts? Yes. Happened to the Hornstein had it coming, certainly to some degree, at least for the superiors of the Hornsent, where they willfully conducted those rituals. The danger with that is we don't know if the entire civilization condoned it, or if it was just a select few. It's hard to say. I do think Letta does them a disservice by saying they weren't saints, they were just on the wrong side of the war. That is the understatement of the century. But I agree, anyone who would condone this malicious practice because that's just, I don't even know the word for it. Barbaric falls short. Contemptuous? That's got a nice ring to it. No hugs for you. Apparently I was saving a hug for him. Yeah, the more I'm venturing further down, the more I'm starting to realize I don't think this is the proper jail that I was looking for. But I can at least go get the armor. Very true nightmare. Especially given Mesmer and his sister's bond with the flame. That threatened her kingdom and everything that it stood for. Especially if her precious tree could just be snuffed away so quickly. And then, if memory serves, I have to get to there, and then here. I need to also pick up that "Oh Mother" gesture. Interesting. Managed to get me through that. Ouch. Very rude. Although, to be fair, I'm not the best house guest either. And apologies, but I would like my health back. That's the fog door already. So I've got the armor set. I'll have to look up. Because I could have sworn it was over here by Bonnie Village. Bonnie Jail. That might be worth a quick Google after this boss. True. That is very true. They didn't... I wish they had confirmed it, but so many things in this DLC were just left up to question. That's a lot of bloodstains for this area. Is it all because of you? And the dungeon I'm thinking of, I guess, has a broken platform where you go further in. I'll have to look that one up, because it's not this one. Or maybe I missed it. I'll run through this again just to see. 'Cause I believe this is the Lamenter. It's either the Lamenter or the Crazy Dancer. Let's see. It's the Dancer. And there they are. Yeah, the Curse Blade. That's what they are. And I don't think there's anything else down here. Because once you go across the bridge, you can't get back up to the pot that rises. I'll have to look up where that jail was. So bear with me just a moment. I'll do the double check. I should be relatively safe there. Let's see. I don't want the video, I want the map. Okay, so it is further down. It's the Lamenter's jail that I was thinking of. Same lady as his sister, because they both had their vision of fire. True. The thing that I was curious about is that she seems to bear scars on her hand from a previous burning. So that kind of hinted that she could be Mesmer's sister, because maybe in his youth he had some problems controlling the flames. But again, sticking your hand on a stove could easily cause those burns as well, so it's a very weak comparison, if any. So the Lamenter's jail is actually over here, around this area. I think I have to get through it from the hero's grave. And this Deathrite bird is already taken care of, so it's one less thing to worry about, although there are still birds through here. Goodness, the range on those. I think it's up and around. Well, certainly not down. So I think it's up. Well, it can't be too far up because that's where the golem is. Is it past him, maybe? I remember running through the field of red flowers. Oh dear. I've been spotted. Very true. I think the Elden Ring tale as we know it is done. Uh, they may expand on some things in Night Rain, but I'm not counting on it just because it seems to be more of a battle royale slash roguelite than it is anything that's going to have any semblance of plot. I do wish one of these days they would just publish a book. That way it would have all the information in it and we can just read it as if it were a novel. Or even if it's just like a history book of where it goes through and by date says what happens, like what happened immediately before the shattering, what happened after it. Something like that would be lovely. But it's FromSoft, so that is just but a pipe dream. This is the back of the arena. I wonder if I go this side. There's a flower, so that might be promising. Oh, goodness. Sorry, Mr. Flower, didn't mean to step on you. It's not even that I want to go through the entire dungeon. I just want to get through the first little section to get the pot, to get the perfume. Well, that wasn't what I was after, but I will happily take it. Watch this thing murder me. Ooh, don't make those mad. Come back down here. There we go. Ooh, a manga of Elden Ring. That would be interesting. I would like a visual novel of it. So that puts me there. Oh no, you're mad. Sorry. I was just looking over the cliff. I'll go over this side. Not that I get into the politics too much of it or the real financial constraints, because I admit I'm very much on the outskirts of it, but with Sony now as a major shareholder to the parent company of FromSoft, you can pretty much guarantee there's going to be some kind of mixed media. Whether it be an Elden Ring movie, a book, there's going to be more use of that property. I don't think they're going to give it the Bloodborne treatment, given how popular it was. Is that the jail there? That looks like the jail. Let's see. It's got all the characteristics of one. I think this is it. Yes. This is where I meant to go earlier, not to Bonnie's. But, oh well. Go up here and get the key. The movie and show rights for Soul Game and some of the other games. I would really, really like a Bloodborne series, Dark Souls series. I don't know if a movie would necessarily do them justice, but if Sony could partner with Netflix, I have a great confidence that they could put something really cool together. But again, I think I'm just dreaming. I'm trying to remember, what was their last one? It's been a while since they've tried. Concord. That's what it was. I honestly put that from memory. There's my beloved. So I have what I want. Might do this jail another time. But I think for now what I'll do is I'll go upgrade this and then take a brief respite. So I'll be back shortly. Yeah, Concord, goodness. I completely forgot about that one. Wasn't even close. Let's see. Whew. 40 million. I couldn't even imagine.
Now.
Go buy some stones to replace those and spin the runes. Because I think the frenzied one needs the same. Yeah, that's... Well, they're quote-unquote free, but they may have some microtransactions in the background. Oh, I don't have any of the new spells yet. That's why I didn't. Do I have... Let's see. Got the mist, but it doesn't look like I have the disappearing spell. Just to justify the seal. Oh, goodness. You know that's a statement when that kind of artist even loathes your content. But you hit the nail on the head there of using the controversial use of AI. That would certainly put a damper on any project. Alright, so let's see, we're in the base. The perfumer's talisman is over this way, or a tree-casing hill, and you work your way down. That's the ruins where the Tibia Mariner is. And that's the abandoned coffin, so I'll get to the hill. That's from Team Forrester, the sniper. Professionals have standards. Alright, so we made it here. What I'll do is I will take a very quick break, and I'll be back to stream for much longer after this. But I will return momentarily, so feel free to get your drinks and take a moment, and I will be back with you shortly. But appreciate the patience with that. And I think the perfumer's talisman is right around this corner. So that's where Fortisax is. broken caravan. There's the Grace. And this leads up and around. I don't think this is quite where I want to be either. This is the Mariner. Yeah, the Beast Eye quivers. And then that's the secret route to Volcano Manor. I'm thinking that's where the perfumer is? Up there? Or is that where the Ritual Sword Talisman is? I thought it was back this way. Let's go find out. And welcome in, Disciplinary Karma. Best viewers are on... Can't say I'm familiar with that. This is where the dragon's gonna swoop in. Lenses. Forgot about you. That's where the pool and the cave are. So that's not the direction I need to go. Maybe it's some parkour this way. No, the fact that I'm seeing Misbegotten here tells me that this is where the ritual sword is. So that's the Lux Ruins. Yeah, I don't think I can get up that way. That one might require a quick lookup, so bear with me one moment. Because I don't think the perfume talisman does that much more, but it'd still be nice to have. Although I'm kind of rethinking my strategy. If I'm going to storm the Shadow Keep, I might put on my Death Poker again. I don't think that the bottles will help me there. But then again, it might be worth a challenge. One of those go through a difficult area with a subpar weapon just to acclimate to it. Perfume's Ruins. So according to this, let's see. It is quite a ways there. Let's see. Apparently I've been there and the catacombs is already unlocked. Do I have the talisman already? I'll have to double check. Sword chest. I think I skipped. No, I didn't. Okay. I do. Well, that saves me some trouble. Fire Knight Seal. Good to have, but I don't think I'll use. Oh, and because I'm in a catacomb. Doesn't want me to teleport, because I don't think I've beaten that one. Alright, back to the Shadow Realm. Let's go to the storehouse. I can at least unlock a couple graces here. And I don't have any runes to really lose, so this might be a good opportunity to test. Let me swap these. That way the heavy can have this as the running. Although I'm going to get thoroughly trounced through here. You stop it with that. Oh yeah, no. Good, I still have it equipped. And welcome in. How's your day going? Allie Megan 26. Took me a moment. I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally say alien or mispronounce that. How's your Saturday treating you? Doing very well, thank you. Yeah, it's actually been a very delightful stream. We've accomplished a couple of our goals where I've unlocked the perfume bottles, but then I've decided to go through the castle where they won't be of much use. So now I'm going to try to grab a few graces through here and get to Ansbach. And I'll go ahead and switch that talisman out since I won't necessarily be using that one. When I say to you good morning, good day, or good evening, I am impartial. Whatever someone's region is, I'd say go with that as the default. It's so hard to keep up with all the different time zones. Or you could always use Gandalf's line. It's like, do you mean to wish me a good morning, or is this a morning to be particularly good on? That leads further up. I'll at least go see Ansbach first. Causing all kinds of trouble in the library. Well, where am I from? Where do you think? I'm curious. My voice often betrays me. I will tell you the answer, though. I just want to hear a couple guesses. Because that's a question I often get. There's Ansbach. Sweet old culture.
Righteous Tarnished. It's been some time. After unburdening my soul to you, I had hoped to make a fresh start. But there was one thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am. Quite unable to move on. After Lord Moke's slaying at his dynastic palace, it appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Mikola. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Moog as a pureblood knight, after failing him in every regard, and losing sight of my vows. I'd do anything to make amends, in whatever meager way I can. What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains? The implications are rather unnerving. What could they possibly have the
Oh, well, thank you for at least guessing. Close. I'm actually from one of the colonies. I'm actually from the States. And before all the booze and his start, I know. Oh, that gentleman's on patrol. Oh, and Callie, you're up awful early then. I figured it'd be a few more hours before any West Coast individuals would look at Twitch, but delighted to have you. Hopefully you or none of your dear ones are impacted by the recent fires. I think this guy's unavoidable. How long have I been playing the game? Just for an hour or so today. But in general, I've played through the DLC once or twice already. And beaten the base game, oh goodness, 4, maybe 5 times fully, but played through at least 6 different profiles. Because I would make co-op based characters, so I would get them to the meta. Ah, good. Hopefully insurance comes through and all is well in the end, but I know that's quite the ordeal you went through. Glad to hear that you're safe. Have you had a chance to go through Elden Ring, or you just prefer to watch it? I don't think I really want to go through there. So I think this is the next course. So I could hop down and get the talisman, I suppose, but... Oh, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you get a better experience by watching it. Saves a bit of the frustration, too. Is this where the letter is, or is this the next floor up? I think it's one more floor up. This is the dreadful part with the knight that I've got to run past. Ugh. Well, I could try to stand and fight him. Of course. Ask away. Eliminate the high ground for him. That's why. No. Oh, shoot. That guy always gives me such trouble. That's right, at least there's a grace nearby. Bye-bye. Now, did you actually fall fully off? Yes. Whew. Now the mission will be get it to the next grace. And there should be a few bats through here, but I can handle bats. Of course I say that and watch me meet a terrible fate. There's the item. Now I've just got to get to Freya, who I think's on the next level. So I've got to go by the bats and run through again. You're an artist and you work for a streamer, 2D and 3D. I would love to see your work. If you go to my main part of the channel, there should be some links, and on one of those is a Discord link. Feel free to join me there and we can take a look at things. Let's see if I can get to this grace. Out of curiosity, as an artist's eye would lend, what do you think of the VTuber?
Let me see.
'Cause that's actually my own creation.
I should wipe you clean off the page.
Made it to Freya. Now I can teleport between the two.
Oh, hello. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse upon my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance. I'm afraid I'm busy, truly.
Let's see, and then we can go to the first floor, back to Ansbach. Sorry for the delay on that one. Ah, perfect. Where I don't have Discord on the device that I'm currently on, I will check that out later. So I take it you do commission work for the streamer, or what's some of the things you like creating most?
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moke's remains? The implications are rather unnerving.
Perfect, thank you.
Freya, by the gods. She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. A true Redmane she is, hardly troubled by the rot. But no one is without their shortcomings. She has a hard road ahead. It does make one think. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin. Perhaps our
Then I think I've got to rest before giving him that letter. Later I will. Again, where I don't have Discord on this device. It's actually a little bit cumbersome for me to get involved with that. The stream won't be going for too much longer. I usually try to go for about 3 hours. Oh, nice. So it's more of like the kind of waiting screens and other things. Hey, I got the helmet. Yay. I'll have to put that on here in a moment. Make sure I'm not followed.
It does make one think. Perhaps our concern...
See if Freya has anything to say. I doubt it.
I'm afraid I'm truly...
It's like he's
I'm afraid
downstairs. I could
truly.
give the info to him. Actually, what did you drop? Oh, just your saw. Oh, and their armor too. How nice. I had to farm forever on my first playthrough to get those.
Perhaps our...
I'll hold on to that for now. Because I'm thinking storehouse first floor. If I retreat backwards, does that get me to where I think it does with Letta? And horn scent. Because I'd like to do that invasion first. Meanwhile... might have to rethink my armor choice for fashion reasons. Because I don't think the armor of Knight... Do I have the Knight's Cavalry on this one? I do. And I'm still medium load and almost 60 poise. That puts me in heavy. Probably put some better gauntlets on. Without worrying about the weight. Well, I say that, and then some of those are quite heavy. There we go. Oh, I'm sure I did. So this guy doesn't interfere with that. I thought the summon sign would be right around here. Admittedly, I don't see it. Nasty vocal militia. Perfect. I'll be making a note of that one. You've got a very unique combination of Ali and Megan, so that'll stick in my mind. And then there's a fourth one through here, I think. Yep, there you are. There's the painting, and then I'll go a little bit further through the secrets. I'm glad I changed the armor before going down here. I forgot that was a nice little cutscene. And a grace. How nice. This is a one-way trip as it leads to that golem, as well as down to the Abyssal Woods after I beat Jory. But before we do that, let's go to Letta and see why I can't summon her for the Horn Scent fight. I wonder if I have to go through the castle as normal.
Ah, there you are. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I believe it wisest to eliminate the Horn Scent. If he were to point his blade at Sir Mesmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter. But vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain.
Meh.
I believe the Horn Scent, he never placed his full trust in me. He must have recognized something. The scent, the stench of crusted. I will follow the Horn to have his revenge, the Black. I will follow the Horn to have his revenge, the Black.
Okay, now she's repeating herself. I will miss him in the fight with Mesmer, but I'm content to do without, just because I don't want to have to go through the Ionian swamp to fight him one-on-one. I'll try from this way just to make doubly sure that that summon sign's there. You are sorely mistaken. She would certainly abandon her own blood. Off we go. Oh, he must have been with one of the celebrants. Ooh, I forgot about you. Worse than an invader. Oh no, I take that back. Invaders are worse. goodness. That did not go as planned. That's why you should always watch your corners, and I failed to do so. There we are. Forget, is there anything even in there? Let's just jump back down to where I was. Please don't make me regret this. I see a purple item. Okay, this is where I was. Now the hard part will be getting through these next 2 nights. 'Cause I think I have to go through them to get to the top. Still hits so hard. This one I think I'm just gonna run. I'm definitely gonna run. Don't mind me, I'm leading. Angry Knight still follows. Alright. Oh, I made a mistake. I may have to reboot shortly, because this is lagging terribly. See if I can de-aggro him. I don't know if he goes. Looks like he's been poisoned. Keep retreating, sir. The only thing I'm after here is... I don't remember the rewards. If I help the horn scent, I have to fight him later. Let me do a quick Google on that one. So let's see. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. If I help the horn scent, she won't continue on her quest for Ansbach. So I will assist her. Much as I'm loath to do so.
Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you before your thirst for revenge beckons our undoing. I can no longer trust your word.
In the end, I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain, will always show itself. Given time, interfere not with my business. Sell it.
What a surprise that you should join me in. I am pleased. Now
Alright,
go and make
Hornsent.
yourself useful.
Apologies. Oh, mother. Wife. And child.
Kindly Mikula never betrays a vow.
Yeah, but
Go.
you certainly do.
Your family awaits you.
Alright. Back to the Shadow Keep. Let's see if Ansbach has made up his mind. If not, I'll go talk to Leto to advance her further. Ooh. That was a nasty finisher.
Perhaps I can... Well, what's the... Yes, even the truth was itself mere folly. As if using Lord Moog to gain entrance to the Land of Shadow were not enough. He plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort. He has forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires only his empty shell. It beggars belief, but I'm afraid Tender Mikula fails to grasp the humiliation implied by this act. One thing is certain. My dear lord deserved better. Righteous tarnished. You have my gratitude. You have given me the answers I needed, but I can hardly fathom it. Such folly. Unto the end. I am a warrior, but I've aged. I cannot afford to act hastily. Curse it all. I know my limits. I could spend the rest of my life honing my craft, and still that creature would be out of my blade's reach. The absolute
I may have messed that up, but let's see if I can still get this piece going. Because it's not that I use his bow, but I just don't want to miss out on it.
Ah, there you are. Well fought. He was never good, but his words were ill-found. It was hard to hear, I know. I know I shouldn't let, but I suppose it's only now. There's plenty left to... Who else? I don't enjoy cast, but it's a small sac... Who else? I don't enjoy, but it's a small sac...
Give her some time to think on it.
Ah, there you are. I'm afraid, sir, and he insists that in his day, he claims, but I doubt. Before he recalls, I'm afraid he cannot be... I've come to realize there's ample, I'm quite there's ample, I'm quite...
Alright, so she says she's targeting Ansbach. And I think that'll happen in the same area where he's at. I may have messed up Freya's questline, but that's alright. She primarily just drops her shield. And it's Ansbach and Thalia I really care about. Oh, I managed to do that again. How nice. Oh, nice for me, not for him. I'll leave them in peace, because they're just reading in the library. I didn't mean to fall down. Ow. That's rude. I guess he saw me from down there. Is Ansbach still here? Yes. So let's see.
Righteous, could you please give thanks to you? Freya possesses a youth. This knowledge, yes.
Alright, so there's Freya's questline.
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affair, but this is the only... Perhaps this is the...
Just to make sure I exhausted his dialogue. Alright. So we'll give this to Freya.
I'm afraid I truly... From Sir Ansbach, what on earth? Oh. Yes. As the Festival of War concluded, General Radahn's soul met an honorable end. But kindly Mikola wishes to revive it, which is fine by me. I know it would pain old Jeren, but war has always suited General Radahn best. And certainly far more than any honorable death. Endless war to invigorate the soul, as befits General Radahn, the great lion. Thank you. Now I finally cast off my misgivings. Give my regards to Honorable Ansbach. Tell him, if we should meet in battle, to face your bow would be fine enough, but to face your blade would be an honor.
How sweet.
Brave warrior.
Oh, we
Brave
will.
warrior.
Sadly, you'll be first. It is interesting why they needed Moog for this, rather than just try to resurrect the body. To me, that tells you how impactful the rot was, where he could not be salvaged. Instead, he needed a whole new vessel. Come here. Not gonna come down? Alright. Hello, Sloppy. We'll have to make this run probably 2 or 3 more times.
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help. I should have expected as much from Freya. Some things simply never occur to her. Paralyzing fear. True despair. That's Freya through and through. That's Freya.
He's so sweet. Although, how he served Moog in the first place? Ugh. But, to be fair, we never actually got to see Moog unenchanted. We only got to see him obsessed with Mikola. So who knows, maybe it was different then. Almost a one-shot, but just slightly off. Is Ansbach still there? No. Good. This will be the last run then. So, we are not helping Leda. We are going to assist Sir Ansbach. Because screw Leda.
Sir Ansbach, I will dispose of you. I find that I have a new apprehension. Your ambivalence. and exactly where it might lead you.
So, you would call an old man such as I. You are thorough indeed, Lady Leda. I would expect nothing less. As you surmise, I do have my doubts, and will not simply lay down and die with them. Have you lost your wits? By my troth, you have no such debt to this old man. Though
Yes, I do.
gladly welcome your decision. Now I might even live to see the morrow. Lady Leda, I ask you keep kindly Mikola in your care.
I should have prolonged that a bit longer. That way we could have heard the dialogue. Alright, let's see then. So I think Leto will be gone from here as well. Ah, welcome in, Winnie. Hope you're having an amazing day. Everything's going well. How about you? Is Saturday treating you well? Oh, my pleasure. Oh, that's why. Let's see if we can't get past this one. Won't rest to de-aggro him. And try not to fall off the map while I'm doing so. 'Cause there is a hole somewhere up here. There it is. And then we'll have to cross here to avoid the flyman. And then I believe if we go down, we can get Dane's armor. Oh, you're a fan of Elden Ring? Oh. Have you had a chance to play through it? It is a popular one, even though, oops, came out a while ago. It's still maintaining. That's embarrassing. There. Well, I would say, so long as you enjoy it, it doesn't matter how you consume it. If you enjoy watching it, I would say maintain watching it. Playing it is a different thing. It's not that it requires skill, it's just more there's levels of frustration that you have to cope with, and it may sour the experience, where if you just like listening to the lore and the story, I'd say stick with what you know and stick with what you enjoy. Because it can be time consuming depending on how you go about it. Like the character you currently see on screen, it took me quite a while to grind for its levels and everything. Because I play vanilla version, I'm honestly scared of mods and things. Just because I focus so much on the co-op side of it that I didn't want to jeopardize any kind of chance for a ban or anything that would affect my account. Try my best to try it out next weekend. Oh, that'll be fun. Rakshasa. If you do decide to try it out, I would say pace yourself and enjoy the early game. Don't feel the need to rush. There's a great YouTube series put forth by Things Fishy. He is a very mellow demeanor and has setup guides that do contain spoilers, but if you're a fan of the stories already, chances are you know them. I've always really liked his works. That or the In Case You Missed It guide from Dom's Roundtable. That's another great resource for starting your first playthrough. Did you also get the DLC or just the base game? There's the hippo there. Yeah, there he is. Got too many runes to risk it, so I'll get down here and get the grace. I think down here is the right way. So you may withhold downloading it till you can actually play it that day. That way the temptation isn't constantly there. Or the inverse of download it before the day, like the night before. That way you know you can just wake up in the morning and, or whenever you can allocate time to it, it's waiting there for you. Alright, so let's see. Got quite a few runes. To me, I try to download it the night before. That way I can wake the next morning knowing that I've got time to play it. But if I try to do it, going to sleep that night can often be hard. Where am I from? That's always a fun question for me. I will tell you the answer, but I'm curious. One guess. Where do you think? As I get this often. Meanwhile, I'll buy me a few moments to buy some of these. It seems like a mix. I get that very frequently. But I was born and raised in the States. It is difficult to guess. Truly. I usually have to follow up the line with apologies in advance. Just because of our reputation. How are you? Oh, nice. I had someone in from California earlier today. I think I already looked there. I did. I still have quite a few runes. Let's go buy some smithing stones. Oh, that's a nice area. I've heard good things. Let's buy him out of these, I suppose. There we go. And out of just pure curiosity, I wonder... I messed up this quest line in my base game. I forgot to go after him after Raya. So I'm wondering if I get his bell bearing for doing this.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Why ain't it me? Why ain't it ever?
That worked. I missed out on the prawn, or I'll get the prawn but not the crab. If I do it this way, I believe. Or neither. That's a shame. So I killed him for nothing. Oh well. It won't be the first time that a tarnish has meddled in someone else's life. So where were we? Ah yes, the catacombs. I was debating on doing those, or going through Ymir's mission. Because I also don't have the Night Maidens walkthrough. Do I even have the stealth armor? I guess that would be a good thing to look up. Or the Black Knife Assassins. So if memory serves... there we go. Which muffles the sound of footsteps. Oh, the weather? We actually got a bit of a warm front coming through the last few days, and it is bright and sunny, so all the snow has melted in my area. Which is weird to see the ground again, after so long of not. How about yourself? Did you get any warmer weather come through? Or is it still quite chilly? Carrying marionettes. Ugh. I do like this manse. When I came through here my first time, I could have sworn I would have expected a dragon to come through. Still a bit cold. I'm just happy to see the double digits again. And not negative double digits. Ah, Ymir.
Well, we don't often receive visitors. I am Ymir. Welcome to Manus Meta. It is a pleasure to have you. In lands so forsaken as these, chance encounters are precious indeed. Seeing that we have convened here on this day, allow me to mark the occasion with a modest offering. The map I gave you charts the site of a hallowed ruin. It is said that after sounding the hanging bell there, one's fate will be guided by the stars. I only wish to be of service, to help those who fight for their purpose. I'm not mistaken, am I? I can see it in your eyes. You are a fighter, are you not?
Makes you wonder what gave that away.
Is something the matter? I've given you a map to the hallowed ruin. Oh, I suppose you expect a lesson of me, do you? I know the feeling. Those with purpose are nothing if not ravenous. For power. For truth.
Might come back with some runes for those then.
I, too, am a glintstone sorcerer. We study the stars and examine the life therein. Are you familiar with our findings? Long ago, we began as stardust, born of a great rupture far across the skies. We, too, are children of the greater will. Is that not divine? Is that not sublime? And yet, none can fathom its implications. Its utter brilliance.
It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes of where, and I'll misquote it, you are a ghost piloting a machine made of stardust.
Oh, yes. Do mind your feet around the church. You wouldn't want to hurt the little boy.
And the little boy in question, I wonder if I can find him. As he tends to be crawling around. Let's see. Miss Edgelord herself.
I have no interest in small talk. My only concerns are and you are only Count Ymir. You will sort. Be gone. There is nothing. Be gone. There is nothing.
I've got that quest line now started. All right. I think I'll go through here just so I can get through to the Abyssal Woods, because that'll be its own kind of challenge. I believe you're on the right. My mistake. So, Winnie, if you're still there, what was one of your favorite parts of Elden Ring or the DLC that you've watched so far? Oh, yes. 0 degrees F. Brr. That is quite cold. Oh, good deal. Twitch has kind of a rather unreliable viewer count, so sometimes it pops to 0 or... The wind-up takes so long. That was embarrassing, sir. Love the action. It is certainly a dynamic one. I do like how, in most RPGs, there are more than one viable way to play. I spent my first playthrough of the DLC actually using the perfume bottles before they were nerfed into non-existence, and that was a load of fun. Goodness. I may need some more blessings before I come through here. Actually, that's what I think I'll do. I'll hold off on this. I've come close, but no, I've never quite been fully there. I've been to Indiana and almost to Michigan. And then I've been as far over as St. Louis, Missouri, but not quite fully through Illinois. It doesn't strike me as flat as, say, Indiana, though. Seems like it has a bit more trees, but it's properly in the Midwest. Oh, if I'm a food lover, is it? What would you say is some of your top 5 cuisine from that area? Food there is too good? Ooh, now you've got me salivating. Pray tell more. Just a vamp out of there before the militia get me. I had a coworker that lived in Chicago for a long time, and they said the food scene was amazing there. Almost didn't make that jump, but glad that I did. So there's deep dish pizza, hot dogs, Chicago donuts, beef sandwiches, and more. What differentiates a Chicago donut from, say, a regular donut? And then I'll get into the more spicier questions. Because the stereotypical donut I'm thinking of in my head is one that about the size, I would say, of an average person's palm, and looks more like a Krispy Kreme type one, where it's got the traditional hole in the center and then it's circular. Do they have a particular kind in Chicago where it's more like, say, a foot long or a long john, where it's like the chocolate topped, or an eclair where it's got some filling inside of it? This, I think I have to go up and around. There we are. Okay. So very similar. Maybe a little bit more dense, but... that's where I want to be. That's where the lever is. But where, oh where is that little knight? And now for the questions that'll spark some controversy. Toppings on your hot dog and toppings on your pizza. So I know you have the Chicago deep dish. Is it traditionally with, say, pepperoni? Do you do anything else with it, or... There's nothing wrong with having a like. Because it's always good to have a good known comfort food of where you can expect it to be a certain way every time. And being in Chicago, I'm sure they get their pizzas right. There's a knight on this bridge that leads to Mesmer. I'll go get the grace here. Oh, goodness. Even from back there. about a different kind of fire? This is to Messmer's Keep. I'm trying to remember the grace that leads up, and then you have to go around through the storehouse to get to Gaius. Because I think I am in desperate need of some upgrades. That might do it. Let's see. Don't think it will, though. Alright, I stand corrected. That'll help Torrent. Storehouse back section. This is the one I likely want. That way I can go up and around. And climb a ridiculously long ladder. It is nice to kind of get the sense of scale for this place, though. So sweet and so humble. Oh, well, thank you. I strongly believe that if you're going to stream, you've got to have at least a personality to do so. And there are so many out there that have, I don't want to say more animated, but enthusiastic personalities where they either scream or do other things. And for my own purposes, that's not particularly content that I watch. So I wanted to kind of put more out there that at least falls into my kind of sense of cozy. Oh, well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I hope to make it worth your while. Sorry for all the jitter on this one. Doesn't seem to be liking the castle. There's the hole I was looking for. Oh, well, thank you. The biggest compliment of all is one that I deeply appreciate, is that not only did you decide to lurk in my stream, but you also decided to chat, and that is a gift beyond measure to many streamers, because so often you sit there and talk to the board, and it's so nice to have somebody have company with you. And yes, I do have a Discord server. If you go to my main profile in Twitch, there should be a link to the Discord server there. It's very humble and very bare bones, as I'm just now getting started, but we'd be more than happy to have you. I'm certainly going to try to do more to be on it. I admit I've done a terrible job thus far posting when I go live onto the Discord, but for other posts, I definitely am there. Oh, wait, Matt. You can push me off. There we go. Ah, perfect. Love to have you. I think there's an angry person up here. A big name here on Twitch. I don't know if I'd want to be a big one. I think I would much rather just be maybe a known one that people can have the consistency with. But I never want to get too big where I can't converse with my audience. Oh goodness, 11k people. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, there's the angry one. Don't push me off. Down we go. These? There we go. 11K followers. Goodness. I don't know how some people do it. I don't necessarily know this is where I want it to be. There's an item. Rune of the Unsung. I think I actually want to be further up and then over. So I'm trying to get down to Gaius. Go away, Mr. Bat. That's the main lift that I took. Ah, perfect. Very happy to have you. This is probably death. No, but it did bust my knees. So let's try that again. Because I don't quite remember where I want to go. Let's see, games I usually play. I started honestly playing with Elden Ring just because I'm familiar with it. To kind of give me a, I don't want to say cozy game, but a familiar one to kind of walk through. But I have played Small Lands, and eventually I'd like to get to the point of playing Black Myth Wukong again, as that's one of my favorite ones. But I'm certainly open to new titles and suggestions that people would like to see. I'm kind of more in the RPG ones, and oh, I do love horror games. I just watched somebody play through Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 last night. I think it's over there. What's your favorite horror game that you've either watched recently or had the chance to play yourself? Here's where I want to be. And Mr. Bat, you can follow me out here, but I don't want to fight you too much. Going to follow? There we are. I think one of my favorite horror games was Layers of Fear when it was released in 2016. Won't you welcome us? Well, of course, Lauren Josh. I had to see that you chatted me a message first, though, so very happy to have you in. How's your day going? Ooh, those are some good ones. Phasmophobia, Alien Isolation, and Outlast. That's a good list. face. Welcome in, Ezra. How's your day going? Or Ezra been? And where's the oh mother gesture? How's everyone's Saturdays treating them? That leads to the shaman village and others. So what I'll do is let me take a quick break and I be hydrated? You read my mind. That's exactly what I went to go do is refill my water. But have you tried any of these? I've tried I've tried Alien Isolation. The rest of them you typically require someone to coordinate with. So I haven't had a chance to really play those often. Alright, let's get back into this one. Because Gaius is actually guarding some Shadow Tree blessings, that I think will be helpful. Because, as I noticed in the Darklight Catacombs, I am taking still a significant amount of damage. So I'm debating on his headache, or if I should go to the Shaman Village, because I don't think... I get the incantation there, as well as the Holy Resist. That's part of Ymir's questline as well. Oh, let's see. Bad as I hate to. Let's give Gaius a try. And there he is. He's on the approach. While I'm here, yes, play with Mimic. Probably should have put on the magic resist as well. That's gonna be bad for me. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Got 3. Yay, thank you, Mimic. Well, I made a much to do about that. So let's go get those blessings. I feel so bad for Gaius. Here he is, just enjoying his retirement in the shadow of the Shadow Keep. And then I come up and ruin his day. And what do I do besides streaming? Originally, I started off making no commentary YouTube content, which I have linked on my Twitch page as well, but then I also have a secondary channel where I'm uploading the VODs. By day, though, I'm actually in the IT field. So be it from help desk to firewall management, that's where you can find me. I do all kinds of IT support, be it server, firewall, end-user desktop. Yeah, I started off with the no commentary side of it because I wasn't sure how well people would tolerate my voice. But so far, it seems to have fallen sweet on some ears. So hopefully it's not too obnoxious to listen to. Yeah, I thought the non-commentary gameplays would be more appealing, because that way the game can kind of just speak for itself. That's what I did with my vast majority of my Black Myth Wukong content, is that it's just quietly playing. Yeah, I've started to. So I'm going to see what the kind of turnout for those are. One thing of interest is that Twitch seems to do a better job with Elden Ring content, but my Small Lands content is actually more favored on YouTube. And I'm wondering if it's just due to a saturation of where more people are playing one on one platform than the other. But I do think Elden Ring does lend itself very well to streaming. Oh, the VTube model? Thank you. That was another kind of challenge behind all this. Yes, I did. From the initial sketch all the way through the rigging, that was all done by yours truly. Because that was kind of my project for myself, just to see if I could. And it was an interesting journey. It's very bare bones and rudimentary at the moment. I couldn't figure out how to get the Z-axis rotation just right. I could get it where the mouth would track it, but the eyes wouldn't. Do you really? Maybe I can enlist your brain on the quandary I've been having. Do you use 2D or 3D models? Goodness, I'm gonna get wasted by an Alban Arc. I'm a pincushion. That's awesome. Live 2D and ping tubers. Goodness, well fought. You gave me more problems than Gaius did. Make live 2D, 3D, and ping tubers. That is an amazing talent. I have much respect for what goes on behind the scenes with making these models. I thought it would just be a quick little jaunt through, but there are so many layers of complexity. It is baffling, and anyone who can do it and do it well, major kudos. I admittedly kind of designed my character around some of the features that I knew I would struggle with. For example, I'm actually a headless ghost because I was so daunted by tracking the neck and body movement to match. I'll definitely look forward to chatting with you on Discord. But even if you weren't, I would still be looking forward to it, because any member joined is a member well had. Out of curiosity, about on average, how long, I mean, complexity given, but say you just have a base model with a body and a head from the shoulders up for animation purposes, and a generic hairstyle with not any accoutrement or baubles. About how long does it take from, let's just say from rigging purposes? Because for me, I managed to get this one within, I'd say 2 or 3 days, but not working 8-hour shifts. I worked on it after work, so probably no more than 8 to 12 hours. But I imagine a full rig would take much longer. Never mind the concept sketch and the splicing. Oh, for sure. Complicated is an understatement. I'm hoping the horseman doesn't follow me in here. Go away. Let's see. Yeah. Of the process, do you start from base sketch, or do you have to get an artist to... Oh yes, I would love to see some of your recent ones. I have, if you join the Discord, I have a full kind of either self-promotion section, or if you just want to share just general artwork to show your fancy works, I would love to see them. And this one I actually really like his item description. So inventory. Secret incantation of Queen Marika. Only the kindness of gold without the order. Creates a small illusionary tree that continuously restores HP of its nearby allies. Marika bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one left to heal, or no one to heal. Love this area. Oh, and absolutely no rush. My Discord's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, so at your leisure. But just know that I'm looking forward to seeing that. Alright, so that's a major boss down. I've got my perfume bottles, even though I'm still primarily hanging onto the desk poker. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would certainly love to see it. Well, as bad as I hate to, I think I will acquiesce to the rumbling of my gut and kind of call it here for the day as we break for some food. Thank you very much for keeping me company, and for all who stopped in for the stream. I greatly appreciate all the time you spent either chatting with me or just idly watching. All of it's very much welcomed. Looking forward to chatting with a few of you that have joined my Discord since, and I hope that you all have a very lovely rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. Well, take care, and I'm going to be signing off. Winnie, you are the sweetest one. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it.